YouTube video. And I'm here to talk to you guys about my journey on NoFap and semen retention. I started it around August of 2019, and I relapsed many times. I'm not gonna lie. I was going to parties a lot, hooking up with plenty of girls, and honestly just being a kid, really just living my life. And then I eventually had settled down in November, and then in January the relationship ended badly. So I was depressed. I started, looking at things I wasn't supposed to be looking at, watching porn and fapping a lot. But, I realized, that wasn't really helping me out. It was just making me, dwell on the negatives. And honestly, I just felt drained, like, all the time. And ever since I pretty much been on this journey, I don't even really count the days no more, because if you count the days, this is just my opinion, I feel like you're more likely to relapse. Because if you count the days, like, okay, I'm on day 5, cool. You know what I mean? I'm on day 10, cool. And then it's just like, why you count the days? I mean, it's cool, you know what I mean? You made it to day 5. Most people don't even make it past day 3, But at the end of the day, you just got to keep yourself more focused on other things. Like, man, like, you got to get your bread up. You got to stay focused on whatever you're doing. Like, if you in school or you trying to get that promotion at your job, like, you got to stay focused. Like, NoFap, I feel like where people just really mess up is just like counting the days, really. And that, and I ain't gonna lie, social media, because there's a lot of bad girls on social media, for real. And I feel like with you constantly looking at that, you bound to relapse. You bound to beat your meat. And then on top of that, there's a lot of dudes out here copping OnlyFans accounts. I just can't do it. I mean, you literally paying to see a girl in a bikini or whatever, you know what I mean? Because some of these girls, they really be scamming y'all for real. $20, $30. It's like they selling y'all a fantasy. And I'm gonna try and help y'all out. Because I mean, I've been there, I've watched porn before, you know what I mean? But now, like, it's just getting crazy, you know what I mean? With this whole pandemic going on, everybody in the house, you know what I mean? Like, mentally, like, being just isolated from a lot of people, it does something to you, for real. But my whole thing is, man, you just got to stay prayed up, keep yourself, motivated and everything, and just rely on God, for real. Like, that's pretty much all I've been doing throughout this entire journey of me being on NoFap. Well, not NoFap. I say just semen retention, because NoFap is just me not ejaculating and watching porn. Don't do that neither, because that really messes with your head. I'm a health major, I know. Like, psychologically, you basically tricking yourself into thinking like, yeah, like, I'm having sex with somebody. But you really not, bro. And then whenever you get out there, when it's actually go time, you can't perform. There's a lot of people that beat their meat suffer from erectile dysfunction. So my whole thing is, I just recommend guys to hop on semen retention, which is basically you're abstaining from busting, period. With NoFap is, yeah, you can hook up with some girls, you can bust, you know what I mean? But semen retention, you ain't busting at all. Like, you can hook up with your girl and all that, but just try not to bust. I know it's gonna be hard. I've been there. But just like, once you actually, be able to maintain that, integrity, I feel like, you'll go far in life, for real. Because I feel like a man that's enslaved by his sexual urges, man, I mean, you ain't really gonna get nowhere. Because anytime you get up, you get hard, you gotta go, beat your meat, or you gotta go talk to this girl. Like, man, that ain't getting you no money. That ain't doing nothing really positive for you. Because your semen, that's life, bro. It's like every time you bust, like, semen has, I think it's like a pint of blood. Like, it's like 40 drops of blood. That's almost a whole pint, bro. Like, that's a lot of blood. That's why every time you bust, you feel so drained and tired. Like, I noticed a lot, like, even after I hook up with girls, I just feel so tired, like, I wouldn't want to do anything. And that's why, like, honestly, I had it bad too. I work out early in the morning, and then after that, I go hook up with a couple girls, and then the next day, I'll try, to go into the gym and continue to bust out the weight, because, man, I was squatting 500 for reps last year. And now this year, man, like, I'm getting back on my grind. I've been on semen retention for a little while now, actually. And yeah, man, I mean, I feel great. My strength has increased a lot, but whenever COVID happened, all the gyms closed, and yeah, I couldn't even train for football no more after that. So I just basically, just started working a lot, just doing push-ups, and by the end of the semester this year in May, I got my apartment, first ever apartment, big moves, you know what I mean, and yeah, like I felt good, but man, I still kind of felt a little bit discouraged. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever the gyms closed, like around I think it was like in March 15th, and then before they had opened back up, like I think at the end of May or in June, man, I was I was hurt for real. Couldn't even go to class. The football facilities was closed down, and I mean, I just honestly, you just had to stay prayed up then, cause a lot of people they don't do well with isolation. I mean, I'm one of those people. I'm really a people person. I like to talk to people, and I did relapse. I did relapse a couple of times. In fact, just I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. And I just realized, like that's not really gonna get me nowhere. Cause after you bust that nut, then you're gonna be feeling like trash. I'll call it later. Yeah. But basically though, that's just the end of the video. Really. Stay tuned for more.